Hello and welcome to episode 25 of my Let's Play Vanilla Minecraft. I am KHM, and as you can see we are in the new Auto Brewing room, and I have finished the pixel art on the floor. This is supposed to be a health potion, and that is supposed to be a regeneration potion. But I have another another thing for you. Surprise or something. Anyway. I have gotten this station working. Yes, that is correct. We are 1/5 of the way done with this room. And I have potions in here. And let me make sure the sound's on. No, sound is not on. There we go. And I'm going to put on my headphones. Just because. Okay. Anyway. As you can see, it's currently full of awkward potions. And we got... Well, that's interesting. That should have more awkward potions in it. The hopper that feeds into it must be getting some sort of redstone signal. Anyway, I'll have to investigate that later. For now, we put the ingredients in here. Oop. They get filtered down into this brewing stand, just as above. And this station, as you can probably guess, is for making fire resistance potions. Okay, yeah, definitely. So what did I just do? What did I just flip? I heard a click there. What'd I flip? What'd I flip? Thing behind it looks correct. I have no idea what I just flipped. I don't see a switch or a button anywhere. That was weird. Okay, maybe it was some sort of bug. Oh well, as you can see, this thing will continue to manufacture forever. So we'll just leave it to it. Anyway, let's come back here. It took me forever to figure out how to get this part to work properly. Although I guess since we have a hopper that's getting a redstone signal applied to it from somewhere. This hopper should not be getting a redstone signal applied to it, but clearly it is. Oops. This is the finite state machine for that first brewing station. But let's go back up here and talk about the wiring directly behind this thing. I'll figure out where the connection is for the hopper later, or what's powering that. Okay, back here we have the comparator connected to the back of the brewing stand. And we have this redstone thing here, which is telling the thing that it has something in there, and that's hooked up to this repeater and this redstone and that torch there, and that takes the signal downward. Next we have it go to this other comparator here, which is in subtraction mode, and basically I figured out I could shorten the amount of space needed back here by using that and hooking up this line of redstone here to it. So you can see it's 6 blocks long. That really reduces the size needed here. So when this is just barely enough that when there's 3 items in it, like 3 bottles, this one will light up, but that one will not. So this shows it that it's got full bottles. And this one over here shows that there's 3 bottles and an ingredient in there. Now, as you can see, I also have it coming up here. This is for the reflexive shutoff on the hopper, on the ingredients hopper. So, comes over to here, and it seems to require need at most 4 ticks, or yeah, 4 ticks is the maximum you can sort of get away with. I mean, not 4 ticks. 8 ticks is the maximum you can get away with. Each one of these adds 2 ticks, so at least I believe the comparators add 2 ticks as well. So 4 ticks. If you have 5, then it will sometimes put 2 ingredients into the brewing stand, which is not good. Okay, and we have this comparator hooked up to this chest here, and I just realized that that is probably powering this hopper here. Did it ever know? So it's still being powered by something. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Okay, no, sorry, brain is glitching here. Okay, so that's all the, outputs. The inputs, you can see are down here. We have the one for the unloading hopper going just straight up into it, but the one for the, ingredients and the one for the, bottles, I kind of had to come up with a, sort of, I want to call it a workaround, but a way of getting it there without getting it tangled up with the other ones. Basically what I had to do was had to put there's a torch behind this pumpkin that goes to the, well, it goes to where it needed to go originally. But I had to move the whole thing forward to get it out of the way. So we've got a repeater here, and this is the top of that torch tower. And it's pretty much identical under this as well. I guess I can open it up to show you. Yep, see? Identical. See, is that powering it? Aha! That one is powering it as well. Yes, because we're applying the redstone signal to this block back here. Yes, so that is powering both that hopper and that hopper. Okay, that is where its signal is coming from. I have to come up with some sort of solution to that. Probably we'll have to put the hopper on top of the chest then, or something. Okay, now down here, I didn't have to make it nearly as compact as up there, so this is probably a bit easier to tell what's going on. Start out down here. We have the 3 inputs coming in. I can't remember which one is which. I could probably figure it out real quick, but I don't think it's really all that important to figure out. You can probably guess yourself. Anyway, so start out with the conditions for these 3 states. This is the condition for the first state, the conditions for the second state, conditions for the third and fourth. And when the conditions are met for each stage, the torch on the front turns on, which triggers the RS NOR latch here, same as above, which again has a signal going to the next one, telling it that it is eligible to be next, or to activate, and deactivates the previous one. Now, for the connection between the first and the fourth, I came up with this rather interesting realization. With the one up there, I had 2 different connections going to it. One to shut off the one to shut off the fourth state when the first one engaged, and one to tell the first state that it was eligible for activation because the fourth one was on. But I managed to condense it into this one cable, both of them, or both possibilities into this one cable here. This one here, this cable is that first stage is active, so it needs to turn off the fourth state. And so when this thing's on, it turns this cable on, which turns off the fourth state. But simultaneously, when the when the fourth state is on, this cable is off, and this cable would also be off because the first state would definitely not be on. It would light up this redstone torch here, sending the signal over here, which connects to the AND gate that makes up the first stage conditional, to let it know that it could be activated. Okay, so anyway, we have these torches over here, which are basically not, or which is not the off state of the RS NOR latch, just as I did it above there. And it comes up to here, where we hook it up to the outputs of the varying states, or so that we can control which hopper is powered and which ones are not. Fairly simple, straightforward, just lots of redstone. And lots of space. I didn't actually expect to require that much room, but I needed it. So now, did something up here. What was it? Oh yeah. Since the first station is working, but the other three aren't yet, I've removed the torches to call the minecart from them. And I've used levers to apply redstone signal to their hoppers so that they won't pull items from the cart as it goes past. And I hooked up the call thing to the minecart, so it will now call the minecart when that one chest gets low. Which of course isn't happening right now because the hopper that goes from it is currently got a redstone signal being applied to it, which needs to be worked out. Well, I'll do that off camera. So I'll go ahead and just demonstrate real quick that this is actually working. Grab an Auto Potion, calls the chest, our minecart goes over, fills it up. It's no longer being called because we replaced the potion. Just throw the potion in there. So, yeah, it's all cool, working and set up. Just need to work on that a bit. Actually, I'll just go ahead and disconnect this, so we don't have to worry about that while I'm working on it. And, yeah. Seems to me like there was something else I wanted to point out, but I can't quite recall. Oh yeah, Frosty. Where'd he go? Is he down here? Oh yeah, Frosty's down here. He actually came out all on his own from the animal pens and wandered all the way down to there. Which is amazing, because he's been down here practically since I made him. I made him up there, but he wandered down here all by himself, and I want to say he's been down here for a few weeks. Well, I'm not really sure. How long has it been since I made him? It's been a few episodes at least. So yeah, probably a few weeks he's been down there. And he finally came out and is wandering the base. Yeah, we're talking about you, Frosty. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording for now, and I'll come back when I have something a little bit more to show. Alright, I've come up with a solution for this rather annoying little problem. Although I currently have the hopper and the chest ripped out, but I can put them back safely with no problem. What I've done is I've redirected the input from to this hopper from the block that was here to this block here, so I moved it over. Which, thankfully I had a space between all the stations that I could make use of in this fashion. Okay, so I have it hooked up to it with a torch tower up to this block here. And that turns on this hopper and will let me put the hopper back here without any issues. So, just wanted to point that out. Although it does mean that I had to move this forward a little bit, so the input's been moved forward a bit, and I have to come up with something for that, or figure out how I'm going to do that for the others. I suspect all the inputs and outputs for the others I'm going to have to, figure out individually. Anyway, so I guess it's not too much of an issue. Won't worry about it. Now, as for this, I just need to put this block back. Since that's visible from back there, it needs to be a metal one. Hopper. The chest in question. The hopper that goes on that chest. Let's see. Oh yeah, I also need... Well, if this is active, that shouldn't be active anyway, so... That there. Put the repeater back. That there. That there. Okay, and now I can just put the rails back. Boop. Boop. And I can reconnect it over here. Okay, and now if everything goes well, yep, now there's stuff in the hopper. No. No, there is nothing in that hopper. Is it being powered from here? Nope, it's not getting powered from that. It's not getting powered from that one. Alright, this is going to require a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that off camera, and I'll be back once I have a bit more to show. Alright, I've made a few more changes here, and I kind of wanted to show them before I started walling everything off. First of all, I solved the issue I was having with the hopper. Basically what I did was I took the, I don't know what to call it, I guess fuse, that's connected to sorry, my brain's not quite functioning at the moment. The comparator that's hooked up to the brewing system that limits the... God damn it. Yes, that limits the god damn it. Let's go through here. Okay, yes. So, anyway, that's been... the spiral for that has been reversed. Let's see what other changes did I make. Don't know if I already showed this, but I've got the output from that going over here through this repeater to there to the redstone torch there. Oh yeah, the signal coming in for the hopper that was causing the issues is now coming from slightly further over that direction. Goes up this torch tower here, over to here. Let's see if I can get to a spot where I can actually look at that. Yes. So here it is. Comes up like this. So it's powering up this block here instead of the block that was right there. So it's not causing any issues. And I've completely removed the block that was there, so it's not being powered by this anymore. Climb back up the ladder. I've been working on an actual legitimate way up and down, as well as putting a shell on this thing so I can start doing something with the input interface for that. Let's see, oh yeah. With this new design, I was able to actually remove one of the repeaters. I was kind of had to remove one of the repeaters. Which means that the reflex shut off for the ingredient hopper now goes this way and connects down to here instead of going through this block. And it works faster. But as you can see, it also goes to the B input of the comparator that's hooked up to the chest here for the bottle refilling system. And well, at first I was thinking that the comparator would ignore the input from there, but apparently it doesn't. Apparently it also sets the threshold from there. It didn't in previous versions, but it's kind of cool that it does. So now with it currently set to this, it requires more items in there than it would have otherwise. Now at first I didn't really like that and was trying to come up with a way to fix that, and I did actually come up with a way, I think, although I haven't actually implemented it. But basically, if you want to fix this in your own designs, just raise these two blocks up one, and then raise this block up here one, and the redstone on top of it will still connect and be powered by that, but it should not power that. At least I hope it doesn't get its power from blocks. As I said, I haven't tested it yet, so I can't say for certain. But after a little bit of thinking, I've come to the conclusion that this design here is actually a good thing. The reason for that is because normally, well, let's get to one that has crap in them. Crap in the chest. Okay, here. Okay, normally it wants to keep it, you know, like half full with this stuff. Normally just we'll keep it half full. So it keeps ingredients on hand. But when it's brewing stuff, it will suddenly want to keep it completely full. So the minecart with chest will keep coming by and refilling the thing, or filling it up to a much higher capacity than it normally wants to be in. And the reason why that's a good thing is because while it's brewing, it's actively using potions. So having it keep it fuller than it would normally be means that it would have more potions available to it. Which really isn't that big of a deal, but anyway, it's kind of nice. While we're up here, I'll talk about the change I made over here. I basically turned this into an AND gate and hooked it up to a repeater that is going to this detector rail. Now the idea behind this is that when the minecart is coming back, goes over the detector rail and goes over this thing here, it will transmit a redstone signal through here, through the repeater, which will delay the signal, and to this AND gate, which will temporarily cut off the signal to this power rail. So the minecart with chest will pause here for a few seconds so it can get the chance to be loaded up. I noticed that it most of the time was not even getting one item, let alone enough to fill up some hoppers. So by doing this, you can get like 2 or 3 items before it moves on. 2 or 3 bottles before it moves on and deposits them in these hoppers. See, another change that I made is down here. Way down here. I know you can't really tell it at the moment, but if we come up here, it should be fairly obvious what I did. That's right. I built a second one. We now have 2 stations completely hooked up and running, which is really quite nice. And I'll run over here and show you them. The new station I have hooked up is the Speed Potion, or Potion of Swiftness station. Got some sugar up here. Everything works. I've tested it out quite thoroughly already, as you can see. It's got stuff waiting. I've turned on the hopper for it up there, so it now gets the refills from the minecart with chest. It works quite well, just as this one did. However, it is noticeably slower. And by my calculations, the difference in height from between the 2 machines, between the 2 finite state machines, between the finite state machines of the 2 stations, the difference in height means this one actually has 2 or 3 seconds delay. 2 or 3 seconds more delay than this one has. And by my calculations, this one should have 2 or 3 seconds more delay than this one will have. So on and so forth, meaning this one is going to be excruciatingly slow. But that's only to be expected when you're trying to do something like this. It should still be more than sufficient. I'll just have to arrange them by amount of use. So the station over here will get used more than this station here, and so on and so forth. I haven't quite figured out what potions should go where yet, but I will. Now, what I'm kind of thinking for here is that, what was I about to say? I was going to say something and then started building, and that caused everything to go away. Oh yeah. I'm going to put the shell on here and a floor up there and create some sort of station for the refilling of the nether rack and the bottles. I was also kind of thinking of maybe some sort of light indicator hooked up to the bottle and ingredients chest, so you don't have to actually go over to them. You can just at a glance see that they need refill. So where I'm going to put these lights, I'm not sure. Originally what I was kind of thinking was that I would have like a nether wart farm somewhere around here and have the contents of it just pour into the ingredients chest. But I don't think I have enough room for that here. Well, maybe I do if I make some sort of indentation here, which actually might be feasible. Maybe put it over here or something. But I'm not sure how to get it to automatically feed into the ingredients chest. Well, I suppose I could probably just have some sort of like hopper chain going over there. It would not be as good looking as I would like it to be. Either way, I should work on that off camera and figure something out. because my sitting here thinking about it is probably excruciatingly boring. On another note, Harkugan Sky and I just started playing an adventure map that we recorded. We did about 3.5 hours, so I'm not quite sure if the video for that will come out before or after the video for this one. Probably before, since I already have at least one episode's worth, and oops, oh shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Let me repair that real quick. There. Oh crap, what does that go to? How badly did I just mess things up here? Huh, okay. I'm not actually seeing any issue here. Okay. It must have been to, like, the bottles or something, and we averted disaster by them being full. Alright, so... yeah. Okay, yes, so, adventure map, yes, already stated that. Kerbal Space Program's a bit delayed because I'm having problems with the lander for the planet I plan to visit. So I might actually do something else to get a Kerbal video out soon. For those of you who have been sitting there wondering where the Kerbal videos have gone. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the moment. Go ahead and pause this while I work on this off camera. Alright, I made some changes around here, as you can see. I put in some nether brick counters and replaced this all with nether brick. That startled me. Anyway, since I have lots of nether brick now, need to use it, and I kind of ran out of iron blocks, so by placing this with nether brick, I gave myself some more iron blocks. I also put some upside down stairs here to kind of create this dark ring around the ceiling, all of which kind of creates this nice contrast, although the groove it creates isn't really all that noticeable. I might just change that with straight up nether blocks or something. Tried replacing the entire floor with nether brick, but iron blocks looked better. Although the bottles did stand out a bit better with the nether brick. Also, let's see, do I have any empty bottles? No, I don't. I'll go ahead and just create one. Eat some food. And I'm muted again. I keep doing that. Okay. There we go, much better. So anyway, up here, as you can see, I've been working on this. Been trying to figure out how to create another wart farm here, but I just can't seem to fit it in this space. At least not one that will also automatically deliver the contents to the ingredients chest. And there's an Enderman nearby. Endermen keep leaving grass blocks all over the place. Anyway, I built this here. This is the bottle refilling and I'll just call it bottle refilling station. Infinite water source here, just in case I accidentally placed down a block or something like that and replaced the water, which has happened. I have hoppers below half slabs here. That allows me to right click without opening one of the hoppers. And if I toss the bottle of water down, it gets sucked up still, which means that the hopper must check the entire block and not just the part where it is. Also, if the chests below, the chest and hopper below, fill up, I have this chest and hopper here, so I can just pick up the bottles, put them into the chest, and they'll still go into the same place, which is kind of nice. I think that's pretty much it. I started making a place down there for a third machine. What's that? Sounds like the Enderman just got hurt. Alright, I'm gonna find this Enderman. Where's my sword? What's it doing over there? Also hearing running water, that's making me nervous. I'm seeing him all around a grass block. Running water, Enderman carrying grass block, does not make me comfortable. Well, I'm not seeing any damage done. So, maybe he didn't do anything. In which case, I'm going to ask this uninvited guest to leave my house. Politely. With the point of a sword. Begone, foul beast! See? He left. Yeah. So, anyway, once again, I am KHM, and I need to replant these trees in between episodes. So, see you in the next episode.